Lads, YouTube, we are back. We are back for video number 2. I had to make sure the mic was on there. Real quick look, man, I am absolutely sick and tired of this Enzo Fernandez stuff. Look, man, it's putting me to sleep. It's causing me pain at this point. I might as well just say that. Look, Chelsea affirmed that there is no truth in the rumors that the club called on George Mendes or Jorge Mendes, however you want to say it, to help to help get rid of Enzo Fernandez, okay? I'm just going to keep it like that. Look, I want to be done talking about this, man, all right? Are you going to stay or are you going to leave Enzo Fernandez? But it's good to see that these rumors of whatever in the world was going on with the club and apparently Jorge isn't true. We're not trying to necessarily get rid of Enzo. We want him to be part of the team. If Enzo Fernandez remains a Chelsea player by September, the club could open contract talks on a new term, potentially including a release clause for next summer, which I wonder how much we'd make it. Probably $100 million. I feel like next summer, I feel like we will get Enzo for one more year, and then he will leave next summer, probably to Real Madrid or Man City. It'll probably be around $100 million release clause, something like that. Importantly, a representative of the player Chelsea have targeted as Enzo's replacement does not believe the Argentinian will still be sold this summer, giving the late timing. Yeah, look, I don't think he'll be sold anymore. I think we've got him for this season, but I think this will be the last season we have him. So hopefully some more midfielders around the block will rise up and become big players because we're going to need one next year. Anyway, Joao Pedro signs a new deal with Chelsea FC until 2032 with a salary increase and an option for a further year. Joao Pedro is a key part of the Chelsea project. Look, I like how we are doing all these incentives with these players. Palmer was the first player to get like that contract increase like 2 years ago. Nicholas Jackson got one, which he probably shouldn't have. Joao Pedro just now got one. It's a good way to keep these players incentives high to play well and keep improving. I think Caicedo got one. Apparently, let me move my damn light. Estevan might be getting one soon too. But again, it's good to see so players have incentives to keep improving, keep working on their game, keep becoming better players. And Joao Pedro is the latest to get it. It is completely deserved. I think that's pretty obvious. We move on. Liam Delap and Nicholas Jackson are among a group of Chelsea players currently training separately from Xavi Alonso's first team as preparations intensify for the new season. However, Chelsea have moved away from the club's previous bomb squad approach. The second group, which can include up to 12 players on some days, train alongside Xavi Alonso's main squad for the same pitches and at the same time. So I don't understand what this means. So they're not part of the team, but they're part of training. I don't understand, and I wonder who all those 12 players could be because that is a lot of players. I wonder if they're saying there are 12 right now or if there could possibly be 12. I'm not too sure exactly what it's saying, but who was in it again? Nicholas Jackson, Liam Delap. I'm surprised. I thought Nicholas Jackson provided some good input in the preseason, but I guess it's just a finishing thing. Xavi Alonso doesn't want that. We know Jackson's always struggled with finishing, so if Xavi Alonso don't want him, then yeah, it's good for him to go. I think we won $65 million for him. Apparently, if I scroll up, yeah, Atletico Madrid are one of the clubs interested in Nicholas Jackson, but yet to make an offer. Chelsea won $65 million for a permanent transfer, but Atletico are only proposing a loan. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, we're going away from the bomb squad, so it is good to see that these players are still training with the team because I think it's ridiculous how Axel Disasi, Sterling, and all of them were basically just completely rejected as footballers and sent to the gulag pretty much. I don't think that's fair to them at all, but Liam Delap should be sold. Nicholas Jackson, if Xavi Alonso does not want him, then yes, it is good for him to just go at this point in his career. Mudryk is also in the squad that is training away from the preseason. Probably good for him. He should just go to Strasbourg or like a Coventry. Look, I think he should get out of the Premier League. I think the Premier League's too big of a team or too big of a league for him right now. And if you send him to a team like Coventry, he's never going to score because their attack's never going to get the ball. So at this point, send him to like the Championship at this point, but no Championship team's going to pay half the wages that we have to pay him. So it's a big iffy one in there. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but this is good for Mudryk. He does need to get out and get playing time. And again, back to Nicholas Jackson. Look, if you don't want him, then yes, just get him out. Breaking. A verbal agreement has been reached between Chelsea and Crystal Palace for Axel Disasi to join on a paid loan with no option to buy. Talks are now ongoing with the player and his representatives. As if an agreement is reached, Disasi will play for Crystal Palace this season. Not really sure why we're doing the no option to buy. That's probably a Palace thing because they don't want to buy him at all. But if this is on our point, why would we not want them to have an option to buy? At this point, let's just get rid of him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just get him out. Why are we even loaning, man? I don't get it. I guess no other teams really want him, so this is the only way we can get him out and be seen by other teams. So I guess it works, but for his career, I'm happy for him. Honestly, it's good, man. Just get him out. Another player, we move on. Mamadou Sarr has been put on the market by Chelsea FC. The Blues would like to bring in a transfer fee this summer, which very late to be making this a priority, I feel like. But it's another one of these players, Blueco, that I think they're going away from with Xabi Alonso. But you bring him in for however much he was at Strasbourg. I think like 30, 40, 50 million. I really have no idea. Or do we get him for free from there? I don't know. But at the end of the day, man, look, if this is true, like, why did we ever sign him in the first place? I think he's a decent player, actually, but oh my days, it's so ridiculous seeing a player come in for a season and then leave. Same with Garnacho, man. Like, what are we doing? It's just crazy. I don't know, man. Like, we got to start making the right signings, and I think we have this season. But I feel bad for Mamadou Sarr, man. You come in to Chelsea FC, you think you've got a future here, and the next thing you know, see you, mate. Anyway, we move Xabi Alonso and Reece James. It's good that we have a player that can play. That we have players that can play in multiple positions. I see him in a good mood, a good mindset. The club means so much to him. We want to have a good, fresh start with good momentum. Man, I feel like I can barely speak. My Lord. Anyway, Reece James. It's good to see that Xabi Alonso is recognizing that he can play in multiple positions because I think it means he probably will. So we probably will see him a little bit in that midfield. We probably will see him at center back. I think center back probably the most. We will see him in midfield a decent bit, and even if we sold Enzo Fernandez, I think Reece James could do a fine enough job in the midfield. We might see him at right wing back as well, but that depends how Xabi Alonso, it depends how Xabi Alonso wants his right wing backs to be, because it seems like with the signing of Pep, Chavaria, and Palestri, wants them bombing, and if you're going to have players bombing, I do not want that to be Reece James whatsoever. I do not want to see Reece James bombing up the wing at all. Xabi Alonso and Levi Colwill. For me, he is one of the best center backs in the world. Let me repeat that. Xabi Alonso and Levi Colwill. For me, he is one of the best center backs in the world. Wow, I just wanted to put this in here because that's a bold statement from you, Xabi Alonso. So, Colwill, mate, you better back it up. if we're saying you're one of the best teams, best center backs in the world, my Lord, I can't speak today. And we end like we started with. Nicholas Jackson, Liam Delap, and Mark Gui have fallen down the pecking order up front and are likely to leave. Everton, Leeds, Ipswich, and Nottingham Forest are tracking Delap. Look, Delap, it's good that he's probably going to go. The $50 million we won for him, man, we shouldn't even be demanding that. I don't think we'll get that. But players, you know, we have so many. What I'm trying to say is we have so many strikers as well. It's good. Nicholas Jackson, Gui probably shouldn't have bought in the first place, man. I don't know why we ever did that. And Liam Delap have to go because we still have Omega. We just signed Welbeck, and we have Joao Pedro. We know he's going to be the starter. So, anyway, it was a quick one here. Just wanted to get some transfer news out there for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this one, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.